Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a huge gold update in regards to January. But more importantly, guys, if you have been following along, I make this video every single month at the end of the month to essentially calculate, how much gold are we earning free to play? How has that been trending? And really, this all started at the end of 2023 when, our account actually reached a low, and we wanted to see how much we can be tracking, but as well develop some strategies to develop and build a stronger gold reserve going forward. But we also had some really important questions in mind as well. So let me walk you through a bit of the context, but as well, more importantly, what we're kind of looking forward to in the next coming months in terms of the gold economy and how that's going to be trending overall. So this is just to revisit the 2024 strategy plan, guys. Our game plan was going to be, setting up a budget. If we budgeted every single day to spend X million gold per day, what would those savings be? Would there even be savings in the first place? Especially if you have the ever-changing meta, new teams and characters getting introduced almost on a monthly basis. And you can never know what Scopely and Marvel Strike Force are planning in terms of, new game modes and whatnot. But yeah, those are some big questions, right? But some things we did get answered. Could we keep up with the current meta and priorities and save gold at the same time? And the answer to that was yes. Well, not only did we have a very, very successful 2024 year, I have all the data summarized when we did the year-end review, but more importantly, we've got some really good data and input now in terms of just understanding what the gold economy is, and more importantly, how to best budget and prepare ourselves for upcoming resource constraints and understanding what those needs versus what is actually coming into our account. Lastly, how much gold do we actually earn free to play if you're highly engaged like myself? Remember, I'm a free to play player, guys, so that's why I wanted to document this journey and do this from a monthly perspective, because not only can we see trends developing, but as well, when the company is saying that they want to increase gold output and they want to improve the overall economy, is that actually happening in reality when we actually analyze this information? And yes, guys, they've done an exceptional job. We actually earn close to 250 to 300 million gold per month, and that's actually the raw output, aside from obviously the expenditures, in this case the gold investments into teams and characters that you want to build up for certain game modes. So best to understand that, guys. But again, I'm going to link my year-end review if you guys want to just take a look at that. But every month we're going to be revisiting this anyways and understanding what our gold income is versus the gold output and what is the net and how we're going to keep on adding to our gold balance. So this is the 2024 overview. If in case you guys just didn't want to go through the videos, this is every single month that we took a look at in 2024, the total that we earned each month, the total that we spent each month, and then lastly the net. In this case, the net is usually what was added into my gold balance or taken away if it was a deficit, right? But not only was this all documented, but these are the results, guys. We were able to budget, we were able to save gold on a monthly basis, and at the same time, this is what happened to my account, right? Remember, I've been in this game for over 5 years now, so obviously this is going to be a different result depending on where you are in the game. But if you're an end game player and you're budgeting and saving like I am, building up certain investments, these were the results. I resulted in the top 10, top 20 arena for the full year. I unlocked every initial legendary character release. Mind you, 2024 only had 2 character releases in Old Man Logan and as well Shadow King, but regardless, that's a big goal of mine every time there's new content, and especially if I want access to it. How free to play feasible is it? And it was. I became a top 4,000 player in the Mephisto Dark Dimension 7 run. I became a top 3,200 player unlocking Odin and through Dark Dimension 8. And again, guys, I didn't buy a single strike pass, battle pass. I don't even know how to do that because I just don't spend at all in this game. My resources are at an astounding high now based on the budgeting and the saving I've been doing. But more importantly, what blows my mind is the fact that I'm sitting in a wealth of gold, power cores, training materials, and I got to a point where the game can't keep up with my savings. Even with the number of characters and teams that they're releasing right now, so as long as we're budgeting and saving what we need, this is a resource management game after all, and we're absolutely crushing it, guys. But you can see here, what I wanted to show in the 2024 overview was that after May of 2024, you can see it jumped up quite a bit in gold, and that's kind of been the tone, right? We're gonna analyze if this is still the case. But after May of 2024, gold balance started exceeding. We started earning more than 200 million per month. So for whatever reason, a switch flicked on their end, and That's really how we've been adding a significant amount. If you're just looking at the raw inputs and outputs, it looks like we actually earned north of 2.6 billion gold, but we also spent 2.4 billion, and that's kind of what the averages were. But yeah, it's always interesting to see this data, guys. If you just never ever spend anything, we'd actually all be Marvel Strike Force billionaires. But in this case, guys, I think I might be trending that. That might be one of my personal goals in 2025, is to become a Marvel Strike Force billionaire. As you'll see in the gold balance that we're accumulating, we're able to invest this in characters and teams, but still maintain our compete level, but at the same time also have a strong reserve balance. So this is what I've done for every single month, guys. This is a snapshot of what we do, but essentially we take a look at the current month. In this case, this was the last update before January, December 2024. We also take a look at what the previous balance was. In this case, November was 322 million. And again, guys, the gold standard, our maxed golden milestone, golden opportunity milestone, which is 6 million gold max per day, usually multiplied by the number of days that we're using. So what does that mean? Well, I don't typically go over 6 million gold in daily spending. That's how I've been able to manage my resources so effectively. But I think the big question mark all year when we were analyzing this was whether or not that's feasible, whether or not that's able to allow us to still keep up. And the answer is yes. It depends ultimately where you are in the game, but if you're already a highly engaged end game player like myself, utilizing this strategy, you're going to be finding very, very similar results to myself. So because I spent 6 million gold per day, that only amounted to 186, which means that the raw gold generated for the month of December was actually north of 300 million gold, a strong finish, obviously, for the last month of 2024. We also have to be mindful of key events, because these key events are things that we want to factor in, especially if there's a significant gold infusion from these events, right? So we had Logan Trials returning. We had the Winter's Peak Sword also in December. That's essentially what amounted to that additional gold there. And then as well, like I said, because the income exceeded the spending, we actually were able to add a sizable amount of gold balance. So now, with the moment you've been waiting for, what is January 2025? Another strong year, guys. A strong way to start off, but night and day from last year, because we do have this kind of new gold economy improvement since like I said, May of 2024. December balance was only 432 million gold. The escape from Kiln, Forged in Fire actually gave us an extra 18 million. That's why I backed it out in my calculation here, because I do want to take out things that are significant that folks may not be able to actually push all the way through. So that actually diminished our actual net gold addition. But you can see we just followed the same thing as we usually did, guys. 6 million gold per day every single day in January, which was 186 million, and that gives us the whopping total of 536 million gold as of January 2025. And you can see the difference of that then means that we actually earned 272 million gold for the month of January. And the way that we're trending right now, we may very well be a billionaire by the end of the year. But we'll see, guys. Keep in mind, there was the Shadow King Trials returning in January that also took place. Like I said, the Escape from Kiln did add a bit of gold there. Technically, this would be around 290 million gold. But like I said, I took out the 18 just to be more fair, because folks may not actually be like myself that finished the event all the way through. So there you guys have it. Gold balance went up by over 100 million for the start of the month here in terms of just kicking things off in the 2025 year. I'll keep you guys up to date in the upcoming trends, but back to the 2025 game plan now that we have this consolidated. And what we're going to be doing for the months coming forward here is that spending 6 million gold per day continues to build a very strong gold supply in Dark Dimension 7, Dark Dimension 8, new teams, raids. I was able to keep up with all this in the previous year, in addition to a new arena team in Annihilators. There likely will all be very similar changes in the coming year, but we're going to be kind of pivoting where needed, right? There's going to be months where I spend more than 186, but for the meantime, if I don't need to, I am going to be saving, because having this reserve balance has only given me that pivotal space to really adapt to situations, adapt to key events, and decide if I want to be engaged as well for those key events, and whether or not those teams or characters are worth it as well. So gold economy continues to be strong. Resource management is still key to success, guys. So make sure you take advantage of this. Hopefully this was insightful. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But again, if you don't believe me, just budget 6 million gold per day, guys. Check back with me in a month and you'll see the same results as myself. And like I said, this was a very telling sign of what we're going to be doing. And hopefully we can generate the same results as well in the 2025 year. Let's get it, guys. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.